And down we go. We officially hit 100 hours on this game, which... I mean, hit 100 hours slightly before hitting Anne Orlando. I was like... at 103 hours, I think. Or 100.3. When I reached Anne Orlando. Which was very cool. No. Bad. Ooh. That's surprising. Alright then. Maybe someday you'll learn a different move. Like, just saying. When an enemy uses the same move 3 times in a row, maybe it's time to, lay off. Wow. Oh my god. Trying to free aim thrusting weapons is... it is something. That's for sure. Especially if it's not a thrusting sword specifically designed for long range. Please don't just start spamming that again. Alright. No. Bad gargoyle demon. Please don't. Oh my god. Again. If you use the same attack 3 times in a row, maybe it's time to stop. I know that we, the player, do it, but that's because we have 1, 2. We have essentially 2 attacks. Whereas the gargoyles have, well, like 5, 6, 7 main attacks. Well, you took a little damage from falling, which you didn't have to do. There were stairs there, but whatever. Yeah, I had to press, like, all the buttons. Whoa there, big boy. Yeah, I had to press, like, all the buttons. Oh, wow, you're really taking out Ornstein's health bar, aren't you? Hi. But yeah, it doesn't... like, being able to pop it anywhere doesn't change the experience, doesn't lessen the experience or cheapen it. It's just a quality of life change. That's it. Yeah, I pressed the pause button, like, right as the cutscene started, and then you saw when it ended. I don't know why it would take that long. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But, whatever. I'd be totally fine with Solaire just piecing out after phase 1. Because this one-on-one against Smo is actually very... Oh my god, that was nearly a one-shot. It's very enjoyable. And I heard that in Dark Souls 2, there's a boss that's basically just Ornstein. Is that okay? By himself, no Smo. And that kind of makes me sad, because Ornstein for me is meh. Smo is the real fight for me. I enjoy fighting Smo infinitely more than I enjoy fighting Ornstein. And so if they were going to reskin one of them, I'd rather it be Smo, but that's just a personal thing for me. Whoosh. Okay. Let's see. 3, 3, 3, 3. We could do that, or we could get our health up. We could get it up. 115. Well, this is kind of conflicting because our health isn't good and our damage really isn't good. But I'll go with health for now, I suppose. Push this open. Hello. Still don't like you. Still don't like you.
Oh, chosen undead.
Shush. Still don't care, don't like you.
And oh, chosen undead. That
Enter Covenant, just get the ring. Stupid ring.
hereof if me.
No.
Now thou shalt go me.
No. I know that this came first, but this feels like such an extreme insult. Because, like, boost miracle synergy, it's nothing compared to 2 HP a second. But whatever, we got that so we can warp. Now, Great Combustion. Hello.
Well,
Yes.
yes, it's well, please.
Limit force. Do you have to say yes to emit force? I think you do.
There you are.
Alright.
There you are.
Still haven't figured out how to progress his quest past Blighttown. I think that's something I'm going to look up. Even though I don't like looking things up. Hello.
Well, I see you. Yeah, I have. Oh, yeah. I think you have a name. I'll be pleased.
Yes. I just want to see what he says.
Oh, really? Well, that's a shame. But it's your choice. I'm on the fringe. Yeah, I know. Undead or not, that's who I am. I only wish that I could have repaid you somehow.
You have a really cool voice. That's repayment enough.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you. Oh, and I'll be pleased to assist. Yeah, one. I'm sure. Here. A flame. Why, let.
I wondered. Yeah, 0 requirement parameters. You get a thing for free. It does cost 1 slot though, so that requires a certain baseline level of attunement. But in this game, fire and lava damage are like different. But I wonder if this would help. So I'm gonna buy just to see. But
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
okay. We can ignore Framped for now. Is that his name? What's your name?
Heavens, you after a thousand. For now, I assume.
And you bite me, and you
This
spit me out.
is the now.
Yep. Yep. Peace out. You have fun, you. What about this makes the crow pick you up? Does it, like, think you're one of its eggs? Does it bring its eggs here? This doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Getting through the boss gets us to the killer doll, right? Just naturally. Oh. Ow. My toes. Alright. You are free to ignore me? I mean, not really, because we're both locked in here until one of us dies. Oh, that's not good damage. But thankfully, you're quite simple. So, bad damage doesn't make you difficult. Really bad hitboxes and range might, but not difficult, just tedious. You have plenty of time to get swings off. Plenty of time to get swings off. It's kind of weird how long you have. Oh my god, we can go for 4 if we have the stamina for it. Wow. This boss is... I know it's basically a glorified version of the tutorial boss. Oh wow, you actually hit me for once. That must be like a lingering hitbox or something. But yeah, I know you're a glorified version of the tutorial boss, but still very, very easy. Because, I mean, like, the Demon Fire Sage is also a glorified version of the tutorial boss. But it's infinitely harder. We should probably heal for you. Hello. You guys are very easy to backstab. Run away to reset you to make you do the easy backstab attack again. Run away to reset you to make you do the easy backstab. Welcome to Dark Souls 1. And we get the peculiar doll, so that will allow us to go into the painted world of Ariamis, and that will allow us to get Velka's thrusting sword. Another one of the thrusting swords, along with the black set, which is our second set for this run. What? I'm sorry, what? You're new. We're also very easy to stun lock. So, okay then. 30k, wow. Notched whip. Alright, so I'm gonna need to kill you for the whip run then. Good to know, good to know. There we go. And we got the black cleric set. Or the set of Valka, or the... whatever you want to call it. You do a lot of damage. And you died. The enemies... this entire area makes zero logical sense. But whatever, Velka's rapier. This would be like a B tier area. Maybe even A tier. But this is... because of those enemies, this place is struggling to hold on to a low C for me.
Who are one if plus? Thou must return. This land is peaceful.
Its inhabitants are not kind.
I expected as much from thee. Why dost thee hurry toward thine death?
Ow. Right. Ow. Trying to attack an invisible enemy that you can't lock onto with a thrusting weapon? Game, please. Game, please. Just make her uninvisible. Please. Game. 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 How many times have I hit her? How many times have I hit her? Okay. Game. Game. Is it like a time limit thing? Where it's like, ah, you have to... You have to wait 60 seconds for her to come uninvisible. You have to do a certain amount of damage? Because I swear we've hit her a fair few times. Certainly feels like we've hit her a lot. Game. We literally just put 4 pokes into her. Trying to go through this with a poke weapon is awful. Because it's like...
Why could thou not let...
First playthrough, I enjoyed this boss. I might legitimately despise this boss by the time I leave this place. Because of how utterly repulsive this experience is. Finding her is impossible. Finding her is impossible with a poke weapon. And even when you do find her with a poke weapon, congratulations, you're not getting anywhere. She's not turning invisible. Do I need to abandon the very concept of using thrusting weapons just because of how bad this feels? Because this legitimately could not feel worse. This feels like trying to fight Gwyn by sticking knives through your eyes. In real life. Does her health regenerate? Because I can't think of any other reason for this to happen. Bro. You know what? You know what? Fuck this. I'm out. Fuck this. I'm out. I don't care. I do not care. I'm leaving. Oh. It's cut from the others and I can't warp, huh? This is an abysmal experience. This has been a truly abysmal experience. And I'm full on ready to drop the thrusting sword and straight up use a different weapon class purely to kill this bitch. Because it has been such an awful experience. Because it has been such an awful experience. I don't think I've had a worse experience in all of Dark Souls 1. People say, oh, Blighttown, oh, Blighttown, oh, Blighttown. Blighttown is heaven. Blighttown is straight up heaven compared to this atrocity. That's what this is. This is an atrocity. This is an atrocity. This is one of the worst experiences I've had in my life. Oh! Oh! We got a hit on her! We got a hit on her, boys! It's like, if she would just become visible, this experience would be 100% fine. Because then we could fucking lock onto her. You know what? Because at least that has a slashing option. Not that it's gonna get us anywhere. Especially since it's a much lower level, because it's, I think, +3. Whereas the other weapon is +10. Wow. Took all that time for me to get up. Yeah, this is a truly horrific experience. Not in terms of, like, horrifying. Like, it's horror. In terms of, I want to grow my nails out and gouge my eyes out with them. And the game won't even let me leave. I can't take that to... Can't take that to leave the painting. Can't warp out. No, the game went, oh, you chose violence? Okay, you're stuck here. I heard that they made this boss optional purely to keep players from being stuck. But then if you attack her, well, then you get stuck. Bro, I literally can't even stand. So it's like, yeah, you can do this, but you need to abandon thrusting weapons and take this very slowly. Like, go across the entire room, wait for her to walk up, go around her so in hopes that she misses her swing. Get one swing off. Hope that you don't miss. Watch the footsteps. God forbid you use a piercing sword. Because if you use a piercing weapon, well, you're just out of luck, my friend. This is absolutely horrendous. Well, I hope you're strapped in and ready for 9 years of footage for a single boss. This is awful. It feels like the footsteps don't even show where she really is. Oh. There are no English words to express how I feel right now. We are going to be here for 87 years. I feel like it would be faster for me to straight up quit the game, create a new character, and go through the entire run again, but getting ourselves a plus 15 weapon and saving this for the final boss. That legitimately feels faster. I feel like the boss has health regen. There's no other way to explain how we can wail on the boss. For 27 minutes. And make zero progress. I'm sorry, what? Did they really instantly proc blood loss from a single attack? This might be faster, but who knows? Yeah. This boss really do be proccing blood loss from a single attack. Wow. Well, we are one shot away from death, by the way. One slightly wrong roll. One slightly misplaced attack. One slightly different move from the boss. One slightly anything. And we die. And again, they're still invisible. They were walking weird. Like they were walking to the side instead of straight at us. Does that mean that they have like a limp or something? Or is that the AI being weird or what? Alright, quick question. Well, statement leading into a question. This is our second time fighting this boss. Like, second run fighting them. The first time, they went invisible, and after, like, 2 to 4 hits, they became visible. This time, we've been hitting them for... Jeez, I don't even know. It's probably been like 5 minutes or so. And they still have not come visible. What made them turn visible so quickly in our other run? Like, why were they so willing to become visible quickly that run? But absolutely putting their foot down, going, yeah, absolutely not, no. Never visible here. Why? Can we at least see their health bar? So I know how close or far we are from killing them. Because I at least want to know that. This is one of the most exhausting things I've ever done. This legitimately doesn't feel like a boss fight. This feels like I've died and have gone to hell and Satan is torturing me not through like fire and physical pain and brimstone and the like pokey trident things. It feels like he's trying to wear down my patience and wear down my mental stability through nauseating repetition of a meaningless task. Dude, the game saved. We've been in this fight for so long. The game had to throw a save out. Just to be like, are we still going? Something still happening here? No, it's not. Assuming I do eventually kill this boss. Oh my god.
But why? What?
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh. Yeah, let's get out of here. Oh my god. Alright. I'm gonna need to take a break. And what I'm gonna do is straight up just delete everything before the boss fight. And then I'm going to come back from the break and once I come back from the break, I'm going to record and just give my thoughts on that. The area, the boss, everything. Because if I am forced to sit through all of that footage to find out what to keep, what to get rid of, I'm going to have a bullet hole through the side of my head before I get halfway through. So I might just skim through, get like the frame of me picking up the black set, get the frame of me picking up Velka's rapier, and then get the 8 hours of footage of me trying to kill that boss. Mind you, it took like 2-3 attempts. I think it was 3 attempts with one of them being me killing myself. Ugh. I've grown a beard. Can you hear this? I've grown a beard. I didn't have a beard. I went into that boss fight not having a beard. I now have a beard. That boss fight took so fucking long that I grew a beard. That is ridiculous. Hey, future me here. So, surprisingly not a bullet in the side of my head. I had to watch through at least some of that footage. I fast forwarded through most of it, which when you fast forward it with what I do, there is no audio. So, I didn't get any of the audio. I didn't get any of what I said. I just clipped the important parts. in terms of footage. So there may be some things that are just like out of context where I'll just randomly be talking about something. Like I think with the Ornstein and Smo fight, I was talking about how Dark Souls 1 has humanity. And you need to use that at a bonfire to reverse kindling, whereas in Dark Souls 3, you can just pop an ember anytime to summon. And how that's nice in Dark Souls 3 because it's quality of life. Yeah, so watching over that boss took 15 minutes on just the attempt that I beat them. Mind you, over in Elden Ring, there's a thing that you pop it, and for 3 minutes, if you die, you don't lose your souls. Or in that game, runes. Which kind of acts as like a rough timer. So you pop it directly before going into a boss. You go into boss. If you die and you keep your runes, it's been less than 3 minutes. I basically never die and lose my souls with that. Or runes. Every time I die, I keep the runes. Meaning, every single boss fight attempt that I lose in Elden Ring is less than 3 minutes. I'm used to boss fights being like 2 to 3 minutes. On the high end, that was 5 times longer. That's ridiculous. But I cut out basically all the footage of the entire painted world of Ariamis because just like how the boss was a torture session, the general area was a torture session. And so cutting all that, and I'm just going to explain a brief summary of what I was saying throughout the entire time. So everyone I've talked to about Dark Souls 1 has always brought up one consistent thing, which is Ornstein and Smo being great. But if there's a second thing they bring up, it's Blighttown. And how Blighttown is this evil, vile place that should be memory holed and deleted from the existence of the universe. Because there are enemies that give you toxic and it's really, 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 really bad. Here's the thing about that. I think they're whining. I think they are over-exaggerating and blowing things out of proportions. And I think they're not actually talking about Blighttown. I think they're talking about the painted world of Ariamis. Because you see, in Blighttown, you can go through the... Like, you can go and get to the boss in Blighttown only having found one of those enemies that give you toxic. They die in 1 to 2 hits, and when they die once, they're gone permanently. They're gone forever. You never have to deal with them again. In the painted world of Ariamis, however, the, like, bloatheads, the guys with, like, the giant pustule thing for a head, they also give you toxic. The difference is, unlike in Blighttown, you have to go through several of them to get to the boss. Not only do you have to go through several of them, but they respawn, unlike the ones in Blighttown. And also they chase you, unlike the ones in Blighttown. And also some of them have very high damage, or at least high damaging projectiles. Yeah, the ones in Blighttown have projectiles, but not really high damage ones. They just give you toxic. but so do the bloatheads in the Painted World of Ariamis. So when people complain about the Painted World of Ariamis, or when people complain about Blighttown, and how it's awful because the enemies give you toxic, I think they're talking about the Painted World of Ariamis, not Blighttown. And I've heard very little from other people about the Painted World of Ariamis. The only things I've ever heard, and this only came from one person, was that it was an area that wasn't fully finished, but Miyazaki really liked it, and so they just kept it in. And when they say not finished, hoo boy, that is abundantly clear. Like, the area itself is well designed and I like it, but the enemies in the area are so astronomically trash, just completely abhorrent. The bone wheel skeletons, the infinitely respawning bloatheads that give you toxic and also have torches and also have fire projectiles. The birds that can chase you down and have weird hitbox attacks that do lots of damage. The enemies are so bad that they make me just go, no. I don't care how much I like the area. I don't care how nice the area is. From now on, I'm going Ring of Fog, the Dragon Crest ring that makes you silent. I am booking it to the lever, and I'm going directly to the boss. And after that 15-minute boss fight, I feel like they're going to be the final boss, or one of the final bosses that I fight from now on. Because that was torture. Mind you, at this point, I've only fought the boss on 2 different characters. First character, they went invisible, and I went, oh, what's this? And then I saw the footprints in the snow, and oh, so you can tell where they are by the footprints in the snow. And after a few attacks, they became visible again. Alright, cool. So they go invisible, you need to use the footprints to find out where they are. Hit them a few times, they come back, and then you can fight them like a normal boss. Weird idea, but okay. Whatever. Totally fine. The fact that that was 15 minutes, that was a quarter of an hour, and they never turned visible again. It was 15 minutes of me fighting an invisible boss. And I couldn't leave the area. Mind you, one of the very, very few other things I've heard is that the boss is optional and you can just leave specifically because the area is separated on its own. Like, you can only get there and back through teleporting. That Miyazaki made the boss optional specifically so that way people wouldn't get stuck. Now, there are 2 different ways to leave. Either from behind the boss, but the game didn't let me do that, and through warping. The game didn't let me do that. So, assuming the person was correct that Miyazaki lets you just skip the boss to stop people from being stuck, well, if you aggro the boss, then you're stuck. You can't get out. You can't get upgrade materials. Good luck trying to level up, considering half the enemies cause toxic. And unlike in Blighttown, they respawn. So, like I said, when people complain about Blighttown, I think they're talking about the Painted World of Ariamis. And the boss, if you had asked me after I beat them last run where I'd put them, I'd probably say something along the lines of, well, I don't have a lot of experience with them yet, but I'd probably put them in like B tier. Yeah, if you ask me now, still don't have much experience with them, still need to fight them more. But because of how absolutely god awful that experience was, they might go in D tier. And very specifically because of that one boss and that one 15-minute torture session for the halberds, because like I said, doing every weapon class for halberds, I'm going to try out the moveset of every single halberd and specifically go with one that doesn't do thrust attacks, purely because of how atrocious that was. I have never in my life had an experience that bad. That was awful. And I hated it. To the point where I'm not even looking at or listening to the footage. I mean, that was a 2-hour recording session. I looked at maybe a grand total of like 25 minutes. Just getting the important stuff. Like, find the beginning of the Ornstein and Smo fight. Alright. Cut that. Delete everything before that. Alright. Get to just skim through, skip to the end. Slice that so that way we can save it. And just delete a bunch after that. Next boss, same thing. Delete everything after Ornstein and Smo, but until this boss. And then skim to the end. Slice the footage again so we can save that boss. Didn't listen to any of the audio, so some of it isn't going to make sense. I don't care. That experience took 4 decades off of my life. And my expected lifespan is already like 27. It was 27 before that, and it took 40 years off my life. I'm already dead. In fact, I have retroactively died. There has been a time travel paradox because of that fight. And I have become a skeleton. I now serve Gravelord Nito. and that's it. You will find me in the graveyard, crying in a corner, having PTSD of that 15-minute fight. So, yeah.